Welcome Aries to your reading for the week commencing February 3rd. Let's pull your preview card, Aries. Page of Pentacles. It does feel like you're seeking new opportunities, Aries. It could be to do with work. It could be to do with something. It feels like you need something to get your teeth into to give you that sense of purpose back. And you will find it, because the Page of Pentacles is about finding opportunities and nurturing them and making them grow. So, you know, this is good. For some of you, it might be about a job that you're already in, where there's new opportunities within that job coming in for you, or ideas around that. So let's see. Let's get on with your reading. This is for your Sun, your Moon, your Rising and your Venus signs, and it is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. If you find this reading does resonate with you, Aries, you might want information on a private reading with me. Just drop an email to me at revelationtarotgb@gmail.com. That's revelationtarotgb@gmail.com. I'm continuing the 25% discount throughout February, so you may as well reach out and find out what it's all about. Let's see. So we are looking at your general energy, your opportunity, your challenge, your unforeseen events, and your advice. Excuse me, guys. Oh, such a dry mouth. So you, Aries, have got a very interesting spread here. The Two of Swords in reverse is in your general energy, and that's almost like an avoidance of having to make a decision. It's like, I don't want to do that, I don't want to go there. I don't know if you actually have to make, I don't know how important this decision is. I don't feel like it's something that is compulsory or necessary as such, but it is something that you're going to have to decide at some point, is the kind of thing I'm getting, but you just don't want to be dealing with it right now for whatever reason. Your opportunity is the Devil in reverse, which to me, that's about you. This is the perfect opportunity for you to let go of anything that's been holding you back, Aries. That could be your own fears, it could be your confidence, it could be that you've been struggling with unhealthy attachments such as alcohol or drugs or gaming or eating or lack of exercise, whatever it is. It's like there's an opportunity here for you to deal with that, get over that, and put yourself back on the right path. The Nine of Swords reversed is in your challenge. There's still a lot of stress around you, Aries. There's still a lot of stress. There's a lot of fear. There's sleepless nights here, and you're just going over old ground over and over again. So you're not actually achieving anything. And I know it's easier said than done to say, well, how do I get rid of it? How do I get it out of my head when I go to bed? You just have to. You have to find ways to do that, and it's almost like you have to retrain your brain. I've said this before on someone else's reading. If you haven't used a meditation app before you go to bed, please start doing that. Download a meditation app. There's a free one called Insight Timer, which is really, really good because they've got an extensive library. So no phones, no TV when you go to sleep. Just turn your light off and listen to a meditation, and it's okay if you fall asleep to it. That is okay. That's the whole idea. And also an eye mask can really help as well, put you into a deep sleep. So yeah, give it a try, because that gives you something else. The brain has something else to focus on then, instead of your own thoughts. So the Fool is in your unforeseen events. So it does feel like you're going to be doing something. There's some sort of new experiences coming in for you, Aries. But it's not something you planned. It doesn't feel like, you've been thinking about this and thinking, oh, do I want to do that? I don't know if I do. It's just like, I don't know, something comes your way and you don't even think about it. You go for it. I can't tell you what this is. Maybe it's applying for a job that you never thought you'd ever be interested in, just to see what happens. It could be something like that. It could be going out for a drink with someone that you don't particularly think you'd get on with. It's almost like you're pushing the boundaries a bit here, and I think that's good. I think it's needed. The Lovers is in your advice. This is about the connections you have in life, and I think what's interesting here for you, Aries, is that you value certain people in your life so much. It's like the respect, the love and appreciation you have for certain people in your life is incredibly strong. And you will do anything to help those people, literally anything. But you're very much, you won't receive it. It's like if they can see you're struggling, and then I'm sure they can all see you have been struggling, you are one of the worst to accept that help back. And I think this is just about saying, remember that when people are reaching out to you because they want to help, if you reject that help, you're rejecting them, and they will feel hurt by that. So try and remember that, Aries. Okay. So let's see. The Two of Swords in reverse. Is clarified by the Queen of Swords in reverse, the Empress in reverse, and the Two of Swords in reverse again. Wow, okay. So there's something here that you are trying to avoid like the plague. And it could be to do with maternal energy. So it could be to do with your own mother for some of you. It could be that you are literally trying to avoid your own mother for whatever reason. The Queen of Swords in reverse is also about, this could be about the same person. It could be that this is maternal energy, whether it's your mother, grandmother, mother-in-law, whatever this is. They've, as far as you're concerned, they've never spoke the truth, and you can't be dealing with it anymore. It's too much. The Two of Swords comes in again just to really emphasize the point of how you're feeling. So the Devil in reverse. For some of you, it could be that you're missing your own mum. It could be that your mum is either has passed over, or your mum is physically distant from you and you really, really need them right now. But I don't know how that ties in with you avoiding making a choice. It may be that you're avoiding deciding whether or not to speak to your mum or dad about something. But though you're going to have to at some point, you just don't know when, you don't know how, and you keep putting it off. It could be that. The Devil in reverse is clarified by the Wheel of Fortune, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Three of Swords. So this is your opportunity to let go of some really big stuff here, Aries. Basically, the universe is saying the time is right now, and you are ready, whether you realize it or not. You are, because the Wheel of Fortune brings big changes for the better. It's a bit like I I'm being given, for example, someone trying to give up smoking, yeah, and they give up smoking and they manage to do it for 6 months or maybe even a year or maybe even a couple of years, but they always go back. At some point, they always end up smoking again. But this is, whatever this is about, it will be permanent. You will get rid of this affliction, whatever it might be, permanently. The Ace of Pentacles comes in again, which was your guide card, showing that, sorry, no, the Page of Pentacles was your guide card, which is similar. The Ace of Pentacles showing this brings about new beginnings, new opportunities, new confidence to discover your potential and grow with it and be successful and bring abundance into your life. The Three of Swords is about pain and suffering that you may still be holding on to. I do feel it's early days for you, Aries. I don't expect you to be over everything, you know, by now. But I do feel that that is something that you're having difficulty confronting. It's like you're completely trying to suppress it, and that might again be what the Two of Swords is about. You're trying to suppress all of that pain. You don't want to deal with it. You don't want to think about it. And if that happens, it will just keep bubbling up to the surface when you least expect it. So the Nine of Swords in your challenge, clarified by the Hermit reversed, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Lovers. It's interesting because this makes me feel like, for some of you, Aries, one of your biggest fears is being alone. And it may be that you've ended up in a relationship, or you're still in a relationship, only because of your fear of being alone. That relationship might be damaging. It might be very unfulfilling. It could be anything from being unfulfilling to being potentially toxic or damaging. But the fear of being alone for you is greater than having to deal with that. The Queen of Pentacles, you're having difficulty finding your feet. I do feel that. For a fire sign, your vulnerability here is not being able to show your vulnerability. That's the problem that you have, is that you have to put on this big brave persona of strength, and nobody really knows who you are behind the scenes. And the Lovers. The Lovers is about it could be about your relationships and how you this is a journey though that I'm seeing here, Aries, because you're learning a lot about yourself as time goes by, and with that will come some strength, or you'll return to the strength that you used to have. The Fool is in your unforeseen events, and as I said, that feels like just going out and doing something spontaneously, which you may not have done for quite some time. Clarified by the Nine of Cups reversed, the King of Wands reversed, and the Five of Wands. Whatever this is that you go and do, you just say, yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm not even going to think about it. I'm going to go and do that. I'm going to go somewhere. I'm going to do something with someone. Whatever it is, it's not going to give you what you were hoping for. It's not going to give you a sense of peace or accomplishment or fulfillment. It's just not. Because it's not solving the problem. If anything, it might just be about you trying to escape the problem again. Because the King of Wands comes in as well in the reverse position, which shows that you are still not comfortable, you're still struggling. The Five of Wands, there's so much inner conflict, I think, for you, Aries, and half of the problem, probably more than half of the problem, is that you won't share that inner conflict with anyone. And I think it's really important that you do. I do. I just think you need to openly express how you feel, and if you're struggling. And I even feel that for those of you who are in a relationship with someone that you've known for years, that are very close to, I think even then you hold so much stuff back. So the Lovers is in your advice. Clarified by the Five of Cups reversed, the Seven of Cups, and the Seven of Pentacles. This will be a time in your life, Aries, where you literally have to stop and know that there's no more steps forward unless you look back and start to make a decision about, if I were to continue going where I'm going, is it going to lead anywhere? What's going to happen? I think this is a strong message from the universe to say you need to stop and be honest and evaluate your situation before you move on. Because I think you've probably been telling yourself up until this point, everything's fine, all of that, the way we all lie to ourselves. When it's not fine. And I think you deserve so much better than what you have right now. And this is where you kind of wake up and realize that. And the advice here is to definitely, there's so much here that you can benefit from. So much. You've probably forgotten what true happiness feels like, and it's waiting for you, but you've just got to kind of have the belief that you're doing the right thing. And if it's because you're afraid of being alone, then get to know yourself, get to know who you are, become friends with who you are, and then you'll want to be in your own company. There's a lot to get through. I get it. So let's do your oracle. I'm doing the Astro oracle again, and your ruling planet is Mars. So your card this week, Aries, is confrontation. It's opposition, but underneath that says confrontation. When two planets oppose each other across the circle of the zodiac, as the sun and moon do on a full moon, both planets will either be in signs of yang elements, which is fire and air, or yin elements, water and earth, and stare directly at each other across the earth like partners in a wrestling match. The opposition can feel like a dare or a challenge, like boot camp where a confrontation pushes everyone to grow. This is not a comfortable situation, but that's not the point. You're being challenged to grow. Look at the situation as a dojo, a martial arts training centre, and take the training. You don't have to trust the wisdom of the people you are wrestling with, but you can trust the pattern itself in this great cosmic workout. Practice your best skills, stay centered, and operate from wisdom and strategy instead of emotional heat. Listen for hints on how to improve your style. The obstacles in your way are not there to stop you, but to push you toward your personal best. This situation may be set up as a dichotomy, you or them, love or work, your ideas versus their ideas. Question the dichotomy's illusion and look for a third position of resolution, a both and solution versus either or. If the way forward feels truly blocked, look for another path. Sometimes an opposition, particularly in transit, says you shall not pass this way, find another route. As opposition dares you to proceed, decide if this path is worth the struggle. If it is, grow those skills, hold your ground and fight for what you believe in. You are being asked to prove to yourself and others that you have the skills needed for the next step. This situation is an inconvenient growth opportunity, but not a punishment. Decide if it's time to build muscles or to find another path. This situation offers you a chance to burn through karma if you can continually respond with compassion and tough love from your higher self. Take the high road. Also, you know, so much in that which resonates with your reading. So I hope the advice is, you know, profound enough for you to kind of really think about it and maybe start making some changes. Let's do your Otter Spirit stone. Labradorite. So beautiful stone, Labradorite, especially good if you have trouble with your intuition, or I mean, your intuition comes in handy for so many different things. It's not about connecting to spirit or, you know, psychically finding out the lottery numbers or anything like that. It actually helps you make decisions, and that's the problem with you, Aries, is your fear of making a decision you know you need to make, for fear that it won't go the way you hope, and then, you know, it'll escalate and you'll be left alone, and then you worry about the people you've left behind and all that sort of thing. So Labradorite does help you align your emotional energy, your mental energy, your physical energy, all of those things together and your intuitive energy, all those things together to help you make decisions and be at peace with those decisions. So Labradorite is a really nice all-rounder. If you don't already have some Labradorite, it brings clarity. It opens up your sort of eyes to things as well. So if you are someone who's quite, I don't want to say narrow-minded because that sounds really terrible, but if you are someone who's very particular about what they want or where they want to go or be, that can make things harder as well. So this will actually open up a lot more for you, where you'll actually start thinking, oh, actually, I might even give that a go. I might actually read that book, even though I didn't think I would like it. You know, all those sorts of things. So yeah, that's Labradorite, and go and visit Otter Spirit. The link's in the description. They have so many other gemstones. All their gemstones are made with grade A or grade AAA stones. So they're genuine and they're powerful. And I'm not sure if they've got a sale on at the moment, but you can use the code SUE20. You'll get 20% discount. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you. As always, thank you for your love, your support, your encouragement, and your engagement. I'll see you next time. Enjoy the journey.